Okay, next is using an instrument. A simple instrument might be a pendulum. So for a pendulum, I can say, show me a yes. And I notice it's moving a certain way. I can say, show me a no. And you may not be able to tell. First it was moving one way, first it was moving this way for yes, then it was moving this way for no. And then I'll say, is my name Christopher Harders? Let's see what it does. So it's doing the same thing that it did when it did a yes. It's moving forward. Is my name, I'll say my first dog's name. Is my name Penny? And it is moving the opposite way. It's doing it subtly. If I were to extend the video, it would do it more. And so you can do this. And then I could ask a question about, I don't know, something that I don't know yet. So should I have beef fajitas for dinner? Well, that's not a good question. Shoulds aren't good questions. If I have beef fajitas for dinner, will I feel satisfied? So I'm getting a yes. If I were to have beef fajitas for dinner, I would feel satisfied. If I were to eat a vegan meal for dinner, would I feel satisfied? I'm getting a no. A pretty strong no. So it can be fun, and you do need to be aware that when you're talking to the body and communicating shoulds, you're not going to get as clear of an answer as knowing what you want for your end result or having a better sense of it. And of course, I can always just ask, is this energetically aligned for me? So that's a useful kind of catch-all. So let me ask that. Are beef fajitas energetically aligned for me? So interesting, I'm getting a no on beef fajitas being energetically aligned for me. I got a yes when I asked if I would be satisfied or whatever the former question was, but they're not an energetic resonance for me. So I would have to go through different options and see what's better energetically aligned for me than beef fajitas. So there's other tools that you can use that operate very similarly. If you really wanted to, you can even pull a tarot card. The interesting thing about tarot is it's less about the card and more about your interpretation of it and your reception of the card. Now you can use a tarot card like this, so I can look, and the first card that I saw come up is the World. I didn't really have a question that I was asking, but let me go and see, like, first off, what is calling out to me about the World? Well, this card specifically, it's a very nude woman on it, and so I don't know what that would have to do with my current journey, but I could tune into this and actually use this for direction. But let's say I wanted to ask a true directional question, right? So, is it in energetic alignment for me to go to Barn Springs today? This is a very simple question. I could do yes or no, but show me, like, energetically, what would it be like for me to go to Barn Springs today? So now there's different ways we can cleanse and clear the deck. We're not going to get into that right now, but I pull, and I pull this card. Now the card is showing me what seems like a pretty strong yes, like a pretty strong emotionally, this is on track. You're going to have like community and all this good stuff if you go. But let's say I pulled it, and as I pulled it, I feel in my gut a tightness. Now, I'm not going to say, okay, but the card told me to ignore my tightness. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reflect on body as a tool. And I'm going to say, okay, well, I feel tightness. That's interesting that I'm noticing this in the card. Maybe I would pull a second card and see what comes through. Okay, so clarify for me Barn Springs. So now I pull this, and actually I did feel a tightness with this one, but it's showing Knight of Wands. Now, Knight of Wands, it has to do with manifestation, pulling things in. Knight, they're on their journey. They're kind of fighting a little bit of a battle right now. And then I tune into what am I noticing with him? I'm really noticing where the eyes are focused and that there's sort of a resoluteness on the face. And if I were to apply this to the Barn Springs thing, the sense I'm getting is, let's say I got a hard no on the first one, like a guttural thing, and then now I'm applying it to this. The sense I would get is, sure, you can go to Barn Springs. You might feel good doing it, but you have a mission that you're more focused on right now, and Barn Springs may not be the most useful thing for you. Again, I read tarot intuitively. I'm not that dialed into it. I just kind of see what do the meanings mean for me, and you can do your own thing, but this is a way you can use third-party reference for getting information.